Hello, SpeedGaming. Welcome to another match in the Metroid Prime Randomizer Mentor Tournament. I am Jeff Gaines of Games, joined by Samuel6710. Say hi.
I
Nice energy.
I
And we've
I
got,
did what I was told.
that's true, and we've got Cameron as a lovely volunteer on tracking today. Our racers are Khaemere versus Belokuikuini, and who do we got as mentors for them?
Yes, so we have Dacian for Belokuikuini, and we have Lenophis for Khaemere.
Very good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
both pretty experienced Prime players. Dace being the CGC runner-up recently, so definitely quite renowned. And I'm excited to see how these boys are going to go. I have seen Bello play a bit myself, but not too much of Khaemere, and I'm excited to see what she's got to offer.
Yeah, I've been tuning into some of their streams and helping out here and there for some little pointers. A little bit rusty on my prime right now, but there's still
Oh
some
dear.
I can trade off.
You gotta get back into it, my guy.
I know it's sad. I'm losing my touch.
Yeah.
Right?
We're
Time.
gonna get started here in a second.
Oh, yeah.
So, just to clarify, we got mentor preset. So, this is just regular settings. It's almost identical to the week 1 prime tournament settings. So like charge when you start, vanilla start, etc. The only difference is that vanilla suit damage reduction is on, so it makes phase on suit and gravity suit much more palatable. First thing we get to do is space jump first here. Khaemere just doing the dash on the ledge, Bella doing a nice spicy second one here. We're gonna get rewarded with Plasma Beam. Okay.
It's a nice early item. Not gonna do a whole
Yeah.
lot for us, but nice
When
to
we do
have.
get into Fen, that'll be nice. Okay, that's missile launcher into the ship. It's actually very smart to scan that before dashing off it completely, because that lets us know whether or not we may or may not need to backtrack for that. So, just gonna make our way to Chozo. I'm still this Plaza Beam. It might be setting up in the future for possibly another beam and Fen Mine the Ice, I'd say. But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we'll see an extremely early root cave.
Yeah, perchance. Ooh, and the fusion suit. You love to see it. Gotta say, fusion suit, I'd say provides much more mobility than the regular power suit. It,
Yeah,
it makes
is
you
that a
go
fact?
faster. Yes, it's been scientifically proven. Nice grapple ledge missile. Won't need to worry about that. Half pipe is a missile. At the top, I couldn't quite see what that was, but it didn't look like a missile. I'll be able to see on the playback. Uh, I still couldn't. That actually looked like a suit, I want to say. We just get to do our early Chozo loop. Only progression we got right now is Hive Totem. Just a Missile Rune Nursery. Won't have to worry about that. Nice scan dash through, I want to say that's East Atrium. Nice another scan dash there. Some good movement. Oof, unfortunately fell a little bit. Alright, Hive Totem. I'm assuming this is going to be... Yep, there's the Morphball. Yeah.
So that'll likely be well, I guess we can complete this loop and actually no, sorry, we don't have
Nope.
missiles yet. This will be heading back and probably a save warp to ship, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's the curse of the landing site missile launcher, is that it practically guarantees Hive Totem's going to have morph, and you just need to go all the way back. Nice Hive Totem skip from both players. It's a very good trick to learn first. Now, best thing to warp is to warp to start here. Very quick access back. Like how Bello's implementing a lot more dashes through rooms. You can see the improvement on the room strats there. They may not seem like much, but they add up pretty quickly.
Yes, we will be traveling through a lot of rooms, and a second here and there makes minutes of difference over the course of a run.
Certainly. Alright, so we have Missile Launcher. So, Great Crash Site, Artifact Temple, Transport Tunnel B. We go back to Chozo and do more missile lock checks there. One of my least favorite things about Missile Launcher and Landing Site means that you're forced to isolate Transport Access North and Ruin Gallery unless you want to go out of the way for that, but you can get pretty punished and lose some time if you decide to do other checks instead. Oh, almost got the Freight Crash Site SJ dash there from Bello. Thankfully, it was just a missile, so we don't care about that. We are also going to be grabbing Missile Launcher here. So yeah, now we go get good old Artifact Temple hints. Once again, same as Prime 1 tournament, week 1 settings, so we just have 6 artifacts. So, where will our hints be today?
Yes, let's get ready to write some of these down.
Yep.
I'm
Get
not the
your
best typer, but
notepads,
I
pen and
shall
paper.
certainly try.
Yeah, I'll try as well. Nice ice spreader. Oh, yeah, that is one RA that I forgot to mention is that every nothing item. Oh, there's OP. Every nothing item is replaced with an ice spreader. Truck up to Dynamo TMT. Okay. Research Lab Aether. Furnace. Okay. So those are hints. So
Yeah,
this is
it's
a
we're
pretty unique situation.
definitely not getting the phase-on suit hint. That is not a play
Yeah,
we will be seeing.
PMT always throws that wrench in. Uh, unless you know Early Newborn, which is a very difficult wall crawl, you will not be able to get all the artifacts without getting phase on suit, which means phase on suit hint is irrelevant. So that does make things more tricky when we're trying to find it.
But we know it'll be in mines anyways, so.
Probably. We have seen a lot of phase on suit in mines. RDV just loves that one particular location for it. Khaemere also going to be reading her hints really early. I know I'm personally endorse reading them later when you have more stuff, but that is just a me thing. Holy moly, that was that was actually an incredible root cave there from Bello. It's a missile expansion TTB. We fall down with the morph ball because it's much faster, and we get an instant unmorph through the branches there by obscuring the camera. Very impressive. Alright, so the rest of Talon not exactly bearing any fruits progression, but we did secure our hints here, so we won't be able, or rather we won't have to come back here until we get SJ for Root Cave and Arbor Chamber. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we see Space Jump and Grapple Beam soon with Arbor Chamber having something like Varia. So Khaemere and Bello having pretty similar routing here, both getting Morph Ball, doing the Talon cleanup, making sure to check everything. There are some that will choose to isolate Transport Tunnel B just because it's a little out of the way, mainly because you have to climb up Root Cave, and Root Cave is a big and tall room, and big and tall rooms are pretty slow to traverse, especially if you don't have Space Jump, and even more so if you're not familiar with some of the speed strats.
Now it looks like Bella's going for Ruin Gallery, the missile check there, and behind Hive Totem. passing up on uh what's Morph Ball?
Ruin
Ruined
Shrine.
Shrine? Yeah. Uh
Correct.
because leaving it for later, we might find bombs on the way, I assume is the thinking there.
Yeah, it is
Bombs or space jump.
kind of tricky because this would require possibly 3 trips through here, which is a lot. Whereas, let's say this doesn't have progression, and we find progression farther into Chozo like bombs, that means we can come back here and just or do this 2 trips instead. So it's kind of that randomizer gamble. So far, it has not bared any fruits. I didn't see what was on Vault Ledge, so maybe that was important. We're gonna see from Bello's side here in a little bit. We'll see if Khaemere chooses to do those checks as well, or maybe checks Ruin Shrine first. Ruin Shrine is very much in logic with Morph Ball. Gonna be preemptively scanning that while the room loads. Well done. Does save you a little bit of time later on if you do go through that elevator. Nice instant morph as well. You can definitely see some of the movement improving on these racers. You know, using a lot more morph ball, L jumps, scan dashes, etc.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Like even just L jumping around is a massive difference over just walking. There's so many minor optimizations, and there's different levels to each amount of movement. Say you don't know all the dashes, then yeah, you can L jump. If you're not L jumping, you should be morphed. Um, yeah, so it'll just depend on what skill levels the player are at, and a little bit of memorization with the game, just due to knowing where those scan points are. Scanning is definitely going to be your fastest method, but it is also the requires the most practice.
Correct, yeah. And by the way, we got a bit of a high five here from the runners. Khaemere choosing to check Ruin Shrine immediately. It was an E-Tank, try to go for it, unfortunately scuffed the dash. Bello doing the same, but this time managing to hit the dash. The difference there was more so where you were standing. I'm preferably like to stand on the end of the half pipe towards the right side of the room if you're facing the item. Khaemere chose to use the other side, which isn't inherently a bad thing. It's just now the angle is a little bit more awkward, especially if you dash off the half pipe because you're going to lose some speed to the slope there. No, Old School Rex, we actually do have Charge Beam. This is week 1 settings,
And
so
it's
it's a
just not
starting
on
item.
the tracker.
Yeah,
We'll poke
it's
our
assumed, you know.
lovely tracker Cameron to add charge beam on there.
Don't worry, he's got it covered. Alright, I did not see what was in Rune Fountain, but we are going to go through the rest of Chozu here. Now, Khaemere has the decision to push into the whatever room of choice. Uh, so not doing early Chozo, which is actually going to benefit Khaemere a lot, because we know that, at least as far as we know, all those checks there are dead. Okay, there's Varia.
Okay, interesting.
Ruin Fountain was an energy tank, it looks like. Also, I should clarify something. Earlier I said that ice spreaders were replaced with nothings, but I'm getting that confused with a different seed that I gen for someone else in the tournament. Okay, so Watery Hall there, not bearing any fruits, so we're gonna dash out of there.
Ooh,
Oh, there's
morph ball bounce.
bombs.
I
That's really bad, because I, this means that Space Jump has to be in Magmore. There
Yeah,
is a NSJ slope jump you can do, but it is very tricky. But if you can pull this off, it will prevent a very large backtrack
yeah.
into Chozo. Bello could possibly be safety saving before doing that, or warping to start to go into Magmore. We'll see. Also see if K managers do that as well. Hey, it looks like Bello's warping to start, so not going to be doing that.
Yeah, that is that jump, especially with this low health, if you're not practiced with it, it can be very close. And also with the race setting, like added nerves means tricks sometimes aren't performed as optimally.
Correct, yeah.
But yeah, just an unfortunate placement there. It could be a huge get if Khaemere's practiced that at all.
Indeed, yeah. That would allow us to take care of Zoid and Dynamo immediately. We could see it was a lower Dynamo, but we do know that is an artifact, so we may see a Spider Ball required here. Oh, imagine if spaceships in Lava Lake.
Mhm.
That would suck. Okay, it looks like Khaemere unfortunately took a fall there in Watery Hall, but I'm not sure if she saw that it was a missile. Okay, there's bombs. See what Khaemere decides to do. Does not look like she is interested in doing the jump. She did say beforehand, so the risk of death isn't too bad. So, Space Jump only has two possible locations here, which is Lava Lake or Storage Cavern. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, and unfortunately they're blocked off. So if it turns out that it's Lava Lake, Bella's got another long trip to do.
Yeah, he did save at Gathering Hall, so we can choose to
Yeah, take
reset
the
out.
pivot back.
If he also wants to, he can check what is in Warrior Shrine SJ. It does take some time. Doesn't look like he's interested, though. So it looks like Khaemere decided, instead of warping to start, is going to backtrack into Ruin Fountain. Maybe she is planning on going to Lava Lake?
Yeah, I assume since they didn't get anything on or they didn't head towards the Sun Tower elevator earlier, then we can also clean up some of those early Chozo items now that we know are nothing, unfortunately. But
Right, she hasn't checked Ruin Gallery or Transport Access North yet. That's a very good point. Although this, if it is Lava Lake, that's huge for them. Oh, nope, it's right there. Okay. So, now Bello has to do a very annoying backtrack to go all the way back for those bombs. We can also check Warrior Shrine while we're here, though.
yeah,
And also
a
get
few
whatever's
things on
in
the way
Triclops
back.
Pit. Actually,
But
Triclops was an artifact, so we can get there real quick. I do wonder what's in Lava Lake, though, because we may end up isolating it just because it's so, I guess, disconnected from our logic chain. Because we are likely going to be entering Magmore just to reach Fen, which is best done from the Twin Fires elevators, so that makes Lava Lake a really unattractive check to go back for. Although we could get it while we're getting Rune Gallery Tunnel, if we do wish to do that. So yeah, Khaemere is most likely going to go check Lava Lake while she's here. Gonna have to do another Hive Totem skip. Got the dash, nicely done. Nice movement there by Bello, using some standables in the wall into an R jump on the walkway and a dash here. You can definitely see some of that movement inspired from Dace.
now, what would be really good here for Khaemere is if Lava Lake is like power bombs.
Yeah, like just really any progression at all, because Lava Lake is just going to be a really isolated check.
Well, I was just thinking power bombs so that they can actually get through Lava Lake to Storage
Oh
Cavern
yeah,
and grab
that in
Space Jump.
particular.
That would
I would
eliminate.
find it would be better for me personally if it was a power bomb expansion and she ended up actually getting a drop from one of the puffers.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh,
amazing.
we're gonna
Ooh,
see a
you get the
peak.
yeah. This is some fairly new tech found to peak Fiery Shores. It is tricky to do, and Bello in particular has to be careful because his health is getting quite low. I don't believe he actually saw what it was. You have to be at a pretty precise angle and you only get to see it for a few frames. So I don't think we're gonna check it. We'll see what's in Lava Lake. I'm assuming Bello here is gonna have to take it slow, take care of this Magmore. We might just wait for the drop here. Yeah, it'll take a little bit. Oh, just a missile in Lava Lake. That's no good. So yeah, Khaemere is going to have to warp to start here to get the storage cavern. That is quite annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Rando can rando pretty hard, so we'll see. This is kind of evidence of just how powerful that slope jump can be, because we could, in theory, clean up Zoe, do Furnace, then clean up early Chozo, get the Ruin Gallery tunnel, and then get Lava Lake, go through and pick up Space Jump. And you just
Yeah,
clean up so many checks on the way there.
yeah, and then you just
Like,
head straight into Fendrana, and you've got Plasma Beam, so I bet that's where it wants us to go after bombs.
yeah, that's pretty typical. And it seems likely that even whatchamacallit, there's likely going to be progression behind ice in Fendrana, just because
Hmm.
it's really um oh geez, English is hard. It's really likely when it comes to the early plasma beam. It's like Khaemere's stream went down real quick, but should be able to get it back up soon. Having some internet issues. Here's a little tip if you ever want to participate in a tournament and you're worried about your internet. Just keep a local recording. That way you can have everything that Restream and tournament organizers missed out on tape, so you never have to worry about that.
Also, that was a beautiful nothing that Bello just picked up, but we did not get a good look at it. It was like full
I got
blue.
to see it. I just got to see it on the Restream. That was very shiny. Shiny blue nothing. I've never actually seen that one in Root Cave. So after bombs, we can clean up the rest of Chozo. We can choose to get Ruin Gallery Tunnel and check Lava Lake, or we could just get like Zoid or something and then go straight to Magmore. Oh, that's a Wave Beam in the tree. Okay.
Okay.
That could be pretty bad because supers could be pretty far.
Supers in Fendrana and have to backtrack
Yeah,
again. This, yeah, this.
that's the main concern. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in like Chozo Ice Temple or something, you know.
Yeah.
That's the kind of situation where if you like, I don't think like there's a small chance that Bello may know the tree out of bounds just because I believe he's seen it, but it's the kind of situation where if you want to do that, you have to evaluate whether or not supers will be early enough for it to be worth. We'll see. We'll grab bombs and we will be on our way. Clean up the rest of Chozo, I presume. Interesting dash point there. I have not seen that one before. Alright, this slope jump here is significantly easier with space jump, so much so that it
Yes.
is in logic and in beginner.
Yeah, it goes from beginner to what, advanced without space jump.
I think advances, or I think NSJ is actually expert. I'm pretty sure. It's pretty tough.
One one
Like
of
it
one of us
ruined me
being
for a
DP
long time.
maintainers should know that maybe, but
You know, the two primary Metroid Prime database maintainers and logic writers. Okay, lower dynamo was the artifact, so spider ball might not be required after all.
Or at least spider trip back here might not be required. Because yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
this is another good point where a quick out of bounds for the peak in upper dynamo can be strong, but it is slow. So
Yes, it is tricky to do. Out of bounds in general is hard to do quickly, and rather, I should say out of bounds in general is hard to do without messing up, and doing it quickly is even harder. So, I also never get to see what was here in Gathering Hall, but it is just Abyssal. Refan, that is true. We will logically need Spider to reach OP for that artifact. We could see Bellow skip it, however.
yeah, that is not a fun dash in MQA. I've seen a lot of people get frustrated with that one. So it's definitely
It
a good
is
one to
tricky,
learn
yeah.
though, because locking off all of that lower binds by just spider ball is it's a very powerful trick to learn.
Yeah. Alternatively, you could go out of bounds and wall crawl around it. Okay, there's Grapple Beam. Not opening up anything logically right now. But we'll see. Grapple Beam is a interesting item because it is pretty useless. It won't, and it occasionally provides some convenience, but logically it provides the most, I guess, things I should say. Quarantine monitor, a little bit of mines, and also Arbor Chamber, but we know that's not useful. Also Magapool, but we do not have access to that yet. Or at least access to the item. Just an expansion. So, Zoid, not exactly required, perchance? We'll see. We got a lot more rando to go through. Fusion suit hype indeed. Maybe after this seed, I'll coerce Bello to trying to speedrun Metroid Prime. He's got some potential. Doing quite well. His movement definitely improved.
Yeah, it's really hyped to see a lot of new folks participating in the races and tournaments.
Yeah,
Definitely a lot of potential, and it also shows this game can look intimidating, and there are definitely some challenges to it, but with some help, uh, you can
and
definitely,
practice.
yeah, and you can definitely get competitive.
Yeah,
There's from evidence from this tournament, it's like there are tons of people in the community willing to help folks out and teach you a thing or two.
by the way, that furnace artifact is in lower, so we did not check what was an upper furnace. At least we know that is not the artifact. So now we have some decisions. Flagra, Ruined Shrine, we have two checks there. Ruined Gallery, and I guess also Lava Lake for Bella, but we know that's dead. And we have Fen. So, a lot of choices.
I gotta
It's
imagine it's gallery tunnel
into Magmore,
into Magmore.
Lava
Yeah.
Lake. That does make sense, yeah. Well, I'm imagining since we're gonna check a ruin gallery, it's not going to be anything. So,
Classic.
well, we'll see. Schrodinger's check is a weird one.
In PBs, locked by bombs.
Okay.
So at that point, would you head back for magma pool?
Well, so it kind of depends. If you're confident that like you have what like a just a general like routing or movement advantage, I would go for it just to play it safe. But if you feel like you're at a disadvantage or you're behind, then you could choose to take the gamble of leaving those two checks isolated. Kind of depends. Also, with these main PBs, Bell is going to go straight for Magapool.
Yeah, it's it would definitely be a lot stronger of a case if we had supers, so we could pick up that wave beam and then check training chamber as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, since this is
Oh,
main PBs, it makes the argument a little bit stronger since that's what's logically required. It's not just an expansion.
yeah. I don't
So,
think this is going to be anything important though, because RDV doesn't really like placing items that unlock others pretty close together. Like so. I think supers, like I want to be evil and say that supers are probably going to be in Fen.
hmm hmm I thought we were gonna forget about this check for a second there.
Yeah. Oh, it
Hey,
is
super
supers.
missiles.
Okay. Well, that
Damn.
makes our life much easier. Also, yeah, Baha, you're probably right, but my anecdotal experience has been RDV does not like that, but I am probably trolling.
So now, do we go back to magma pool? I imagine it's
Yeah.
gonna be Tower of Light right after this. Pick up wave beam. Nice cancel there.
So, we have a lot open to us. I think this is going to be a scenario where it's just, where's the ice beam? Although it would be pretty funny if Tower of Light was ice beam and just the entire seed was open.
That'd be kind of cruel. Where's Phazon suit then?
I would, yeah. And there's still, like, X-ray on the loose.
Yup.
Okay, gonna be doing a slip jump strat there. Gonna be dashing off these guys for the rest of it. In fact, you can also do an R jump to reach the other ends of it. I know Op82s prefers that method, and you can also do it if you don't have. Well, I don't know.
There's
Oh,
Phazon suit. Okay. Well,
what? Okay.
this seed's gonna be getting
So
a little
much for
bit trivial.
PNT. Okay. Wow. That is something.
So X-ray
I
and
did not
ice.
expect that. Yeah, Okay, so I guess it's Ice Beam and X-Ray Go mode. I put the hints in chat. Let me scroll up real quick just to make sure. Uh, yeah, at the moment, doesn't look like there's any quote-unquote spider lock checked spider locked artifacts, excuse me. Except for OP, but I think Bello is confident enough to be able to skip it for lower mines. By the way, just like to give chat a heads up that I am 99% sure that Khaemere is still in the race and still playing the seed. So, not sure where she's at, but I have no doubt she is probably following in Bello's footsteps here with this routing. Bello once again going to be backtracking to Magmapool for this training chamber access and training chamber checks.
Okay,
Ooh,
there's that
spider
spider
ball.
ball.
Okay. Uh, that's good. It's really nice. Um, I was gonna say that E-tanks are a little scarce, but since we have the Nulla Suit damage reduction, Phazon here is really nice. So we basically have what?
Two E-tanks.
Uh, well, no, actually, because then if we had zero E-tanks and Phazon Suit, that would amount to
Right.
one E-tank. So in this case, we would actually have what? Four E-tanks? So yeah, that's actually pretty healthy in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, that's pretty good. Only thing that could really screwed us over right now is just the X-ray. Ice Beam is pretty limited, and we know that it's not in these early Chozo checks. We do have to run the risk of Crossway, Upper Furnace, and yeah, now that I think about it, now they have Spider Ball, you could have made an argument to do Upper Dynamo and then Upper Furnace and go all the
Hmm.
way to Crossway and Antechamber,
Yeah,
but it doesn't look
vanilla
like
ice here
Bella's
would be
interested.
bad.
Yeah, especially well, with Spider Ball, it's more reasonable because you can get Dynamo out of the way. The only thing is that Crossway and Upper Furnace is not in logic until we get Boost Ball. So those have less of a chance of being Ice Beam, but there's still, like, it could still very well be possible, like, I don't know, Thermal is in labs and Boost Ball is in Research Core for a Crossway Ice Beam, because Boost Ball can be anywhere. Really. Although, actually, now that I think about it, we kind of need boost again into labs, so ignore me. Got a little ahead of myself. Thank you, Baha. Yes, so Khaemere is still in this. Shoutouts to local recordings. And now Bello gets to check Lava Lake now and can just stroll right through with these bombs and power bombs. So, since this is the Mentor tournament, I feel like there's some things that I think are more worth putting out, like movement, because I think Bello's movement has been really good. But if you want to, I'd say there's several stages of, I don't know, being good at movement in this game, and there's like you may not be very experienced into you know a good amount, and you know quite a few, and you know a lot. I'd say there's about five stages, and I think Bello's movement here is really good, and I think the next stage, if Bello is rewatching this and just wants advice from someone who plays this game too much, uh, the next stage of movement is a lot more risky, but it can help train. Like, you just get better at scan dashing, basically. A lot of the time, when you want to improve your movement, when you're just doing like a lot of L jumps and standables, is just replacing a lot of it with scan dashing, because the movement gets harder as each dash gets more tough or awkward. But as you just get better at those, you'll be able to skyrocket your improvements. So if you want to go to the next step, go into practice mod, go into like Toasters practice world, practice those scan dashes. They are very, very good at skyrocketing your movement potential. Anyways, now that we're in Fen, TTA was dead, so was Shoreline's here. With Plasma Beam, though, we can do everything here in early Fen, so we don't have to worry about isolating anything. So it's really not that darn Chozo Ice Temple. Albeit, if we don't have Plasma, we might have seen a little bit of a Chozo Ice Temple peak that got found recently. Jeff, what did you just put in chat?
You were talking about the 5 stages of prime movement.
Right. The 5 stages of Prime movement. Denial and bargaining. Nice Chozo Ice Temple climb, actually. That was pretty good. Getting straight onto that spike there is actually a little harder than it looks. That does save you a little time. There's validation. Nope. No cutscene there this time. Oof, just barely didn't get that. Bomb timing. We'll get it there, though. Nicely done. Just a missile there in Chapel. We don't need that.
Won't be fighting Mama Shigath.
Oh. We have quite possibly the perfect loadout for it, though. So here's something I want to ask. Do you all do the Ice Ruins east side when you enter Fen from the front first, or do you do Chozo Ice Temple and Chapel first? I'm of the side that if I have Plasma, I always check the Chozo Ice Temple side, but if I don't, I'll go for Ice Ruins East first. Just because I came to enjoy doing the wall crawl to check it, but that's more so just a me thing, because I know Reggie tells me to stop doing it, but I can't. I'm addicted. Ooh, thermal. Okay.
Oh boy.
Ooh boy. Okay, Magma Workstation's logical. So, actually, oh my god. That, this loadout could be really finger pointy towards Stardust with these supers.
Yeah.
Okay, hmm. I don't think Bella will do Stardust first, but at the same time, Boost is unknown, and it can't really be anywhere besides part of Fen. So if Boost is not here, just a missile. If Boost is not here, I think that means that Thardus has to be the next step, logically. We'll see. Looks like Vindjana Canyon was not of any use either. So that leaves us with a few more logical checks. Research Lab Hydra, Ruin Courtyard, Thardus Quarantine Monitor, and Magma Workstation. So those either have to be Boost Ball or Ice Beam. Ice Beam would be the more tricky one because the logic becomes much less linear and we may end up not finding Boost for a while. I mean, for all we know, Boost could be in Frigate. Okay, just a missile there. Ah, good point, Kirby fan. Subchamber, or excuse me, Sun Chamber was left isolated, so we could very well have progression there.
Mhm.
It is atypical for the logic. It's a little uncommon for that to have progression, but could very well be possible. Oh, looks like it's time for Thardus, or maybe Thardus skip into quarantine mode. This is something I like to do occasionally, is literally just do Thardus skip, check quarantine monitor, and then do labs, depending on how the logic is turning out to be. In this case, since Research Lab Hydra is the only logical check, it makes a lot more sense. So we'll see if it's just Thardus. Yep. Time for the Rock Boy, Mineral Man, Bunny, whatever you call it here in this
The
community.
bunny. Don't listen to Jay. It's not a bunny.
It's not, but I have to cover all ground here. So we have thermal and plasma and power bombs. So we are very over-prepared for this fight. Not to
Don't forget
mention the
supers
missiles
too.
and supers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like just about everything you could possibly ask for.
There's a little bit of a fun fact about this fight. Each limb can be destroyed with, or excuse me, I should say, each layer of each limb can be destroyed with exactly one fully charged plasma shot and a missile. So if you're ever fighting Thardus, that's the go-to strat if you can't just lay him down with missiles or power bombs. Or bombs, for that matter. Yes, you can also call Thardus Dwayne if you really want to. Although I'm not one for naming enemies in a 2002 GameCube game after modern-day celebrities.
Are
Also,
you?
Bello, I
I
think
don't
Bello
think
may
Dwayne
may be
Johnson's
forgetting
just
Bello.
a modern day celebrity, though.
Well, you can call him whatever you want. I don't care. You can call Thardus Gary for all I care. We have a lot of
That's
interesting names.
Gary's already the wide core X and fusion, doing a lot of
Oh,
fusion.
of course.
So far, being able to hit a few of those charge shots while the artist is rolling around, speeding up these phases a little bit.
Yeah, that one in particular, he just destroyed is really hard. Here's another fun fact about Thardus, by the way. Thermal has an interesting property with Thardus here, where some of your shots will actually go through some of the collision. So if you shoot Thardus while Thermal Visor is active, it'll actually go through some of his limbs. Okay, just an E-Tank on Thardus. We were kind of debated there. But we do get to check Quarantine Monitor now. Was this what we were looking for?
Hey, it's ice beam.
There it is. Okay. The whole game is open. X-ray visor from go mode. Boost ball still up in the air. What do you do? Right? So we still have back of labs for an artifact. And the rest is in mines. I think. We're missing one. Which one is that? It's that. I think Bello has 3 artifacts. He got Tricops Pit, Dynamo, and Furnace, right? I think
Yes,
so, yeah.
that sounds right.
So Vanilla E-Tank and Transport Access, we will definitely take that. So yeah, we have Elite Quarters, PMT, and Research Lab Aether left on Bello's side.
Yep. So it looks like a Farfen cleanup first into labs, I imagine.
Yes. We do get a nice jam here. Looks like Bello may have seen something of interest in Frost Cave. Is that the X-ray visor we're looking for? Nope, just a missile. By the way, at the ledge that you enter the room from, you can actually see what the item is. It may be a little tricky to see, but you have thermal. It is a bit easier to see.
It feels so bad seeing this room without boost ball.
Yeah, it just feels like something's missing, you know?
Yeah, it's one of the fastest rooms when you have it, and it's just
Yeah,
one of the
it's
most boring rooms when you don't.
yeah, it's so satisfying when you have boost ball and then it becomes just a slog. You know?
Oh, grapple dash, nice.
Ooh, love to see it. Lucky last power bomb there. Just a missile. Okay. Will we see a slip jump here? Nice. Didn't even do an R jump for that. Well done. And just a missile. Alright, now time for Gravy Chamber and the like. Don't fall in the gel zap and die.
True.
Those things are a little broken. Also, going through here without booster gravity also sucks. You don't have gravity to get through the water fast, and you don't have boost to get through it and morph ball quickly. Nice dash to make it over there. A little bit of a faster strat if you want to improve with this room. You can actually do an R dash off the gel zap at the bottom of the room and keep the lock on and dash to the door. Just an E tank up there. Bello is going to grab it for safety's sake as well. And Gravity Chamber is another E tank. We are good because we have the equivalent of 8 E tanks and just power suit. So, doing pretty good. Now time for the worst room in Fire from Drana when you don't have booster grav. Have to very slowly walk through this room.
Doing some underwater dashes, nice.
Yes, you can R dash off these guys for a little bit more speed. If you do want to get through this optimally. A different alternative is you can try and get in the range of them sucking you in and hold R to retain some of that speed underwater.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's not exactly the easiest thing to do, but you can do it. And you get frozen head on a pike from Reggie. I'm going to be doing some more dashing here off this gel zap just to mitigate this underwater slowness. Now we get to climb this room. And I'm assuming we get to go back into labs for that artifact. Okay, going through here, you can actually jump onto that little branch to reach the bridge, but it is a little bit annoying with all these flicker bats here. They could just knock you off, which is very annoying.
They will just knock you off.
I mean, with that attitude, they will. There is like a 99% chance that they will knock you off, or at the very least hit you. But you know, that 1% chance though. Anyways, research core is just a missile. So the question is, do we do research lab Aether and like go to mines, or do we do the rest of labs?
I gotta imagine. I gotta
Oh,
imagine you
oh,
head.
Oh,
Oof.
this
Down.
room.
I gotta imagine you head through the rest of mines and then perhaps grab Upper Fiery Shores and head to mines to the back of Magmore after. Because you'd also be able to clean up. Oh no, I guess you can't do plasma processing. No boost ball.
But who cares about that?
X-ray cares.
I guess
about
we'll
that.
see our decision here. That's true. We could have X-ray and plasma processing. Alright, there's artifact numero quattro. So we can see what's up here. Will Bello continue on? It's a power expansion. I personally would take that just because drops can be a word that I cannot say on this stream. Okay, we are doing the rest of labs. This is good. Everything here is logical with reverse labs except for observatory, because we logically need to be able to do the puzzle in order to get it. And without boost, we cannot do that. Still could be important, though. Nice, got the tower pretty easily there. This is power expansion. Alright. Not progression, but definitely useful. Now we just gotta get past here. We likely want to try and skip the pirates here by landing away from this trigger here. Oh, unfortunately was a little too far to the right and to trigger it.
Yeah, plasma beam and supers will come in handy here at least.
Yeah, we...
Fairly quickly dispatch these pirates.
Yeah. These flying pirates can be pretty annoying, though, because I think there's a total of 5. And I always seem to think that there are 4 when they're not. And I can never remember where they come from. Just like Bella was doing right here. I can relate to this. I think that was the
Wrong
last
door.
one. Yeah, this is... Yeah, if you have to scan the elevator, that means you're going back further into mine, or labs. So I did not realize that the cutscene of the doors unlocking was removed. That is really nice. Observatory is just a Metroid. Looks like Bella forgot to unlock the door. You actually gotta kill just the last 2 pirates closest to the save station door to unlock this. So if you're coming from labs from the back and you did not get the item in Research Core, you can just kill those last 2 pirates and the door will unlock when you come down. A little something to remember for later. Alright, we don't have boost to get past these turrets easily, but Ice Beam will work just as well. Now we get the Hydra check.
I never come out of this door the right way. I know you can look at the map, but it's just never the case.
Well, if you ever want to be fast, you can lock onto the turret, and then dash to the left after you go through the door. Yeah. Saves a smidge of time, and I guess it also helps with figuring out which way you need to go. Now we get to fight these guys. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Plasma will kill them with burn damage pretty easily. I'm gonna kill this Shadow Pirate just because we feel like it. And now I'm assuming we just go Magma Workstation to Mines. It's like Bello at the very least is going to safety save, or maybe even warp to start here. Try to do Overgrown Cavern and the rest of Chozo. Okay, looks like I hit the nail on the head there. So this is interesting, because we do not have Boost Ball. So we not logically... Well, we can do Bar Skip. We won't be able to over the gate, and we can't logically do Life Grove Tunnel and Life Grove. Unless Bello is confident in the bomb jump. We could also be doing Frigate here, but currently the first check is the only one logic just because of severe lack of Gravy Suit.
I'm always curious to see which way people will climb this room.
There's a lot of ways.
This is a new way.
Yes. This climbing this room is like a microcosm of your personality. You know? Alright, just E-Tank in Overgrown Cavern. Um, where could X-ray be? I mean, it could really be anywhere, except lower mines at the very least. So we'll be able to at least be able to go in there and clean up all the artifacts. Unless it's
Yeah,
Central Dynamo, and
Central Dynamo
it
would be
is
the
Central
worst spot for
Dynamo.
it.
Yeah. Antechamber. Just a missile. Do this from the back. Should probably also check upper furnace while we're here.
In
It would be
Crossway.
kind of unfortunate if X-ray was upper furnace because Bello could have benefited from the knowledge of it being there if he had checked it while he was in his first trip through there. But it's not too big a deal.
I think taking a peek at Furnace is like I would only do it if I had Wave Beam to also check Crossway. I don't know, that's just me.
It is a little slow, yeah, but I'm personally the squad. Like I don't know. Maybe I just try to avoid isolating check as much as possible. Well, maybe that's why I didn't win the Prime tournament.
Maybe that's why I didn't win the Prime tournament.
Hey, you beat Inner Slice. That's good enough.
You'll never live that down.
If you ask me, beating Inner Slice is the equivalent of winning the Prime tournament. So, Hall of the Elders, not important. But maybe Elder Chambers got what we need. Just a missile. So yeah, this boost ball and X-ray has been quite elusive.
So for the folks
Secret
who,
tunnel?
yeah,
Yo, secret tunnel. Let's
so for the
go.
folks that
Sorry.
who are tuning in new to the tournament, what format do we've got? We've got how many? 32 mentees racing,
Yeah, there's quite a few.
and
This
then
is, if I
after
remember correctly, a
there's
Swiss.
yeah, there's what three rounds Swiss,
Nah, I think
or
I
is it a
want to
few
say
more?
that it's five.
Five,
Like five-ish.
five,
At the very least, it's enough to determine a bracket after Swiss round ends. It'll
and then
be
we've
the
got
top 8 players.
top eight, and that's double elimination.
Correct.
Very nice.
Yeah,
So
it is the
plenty
same
of time to
style
go.
as yeah, same style as the CDC tournament. And even if you're not a mentee or didn't submit, there is still a lot you can learn from other people or ask for help in the Prime server if you ever want to learn this game, or Echoes, or even Corruption. So if you're ever interested in learning, you'll now's a perfect time. We got plenty of mentors active that can help you out, regardless of whether or not you're a mentee. And Jeff is reading my mind, apparently. You can see the Discord there at the end. Join it. I literally had exclamation mark NPR in the chat as you were doing that. So yeah. By the way, follow these runners. They're very good. Also, comms. Follow Jeff. Jeff's cool.
Follow
He
Sam. Sam's
gains
cool.
and he games.
Samuel 6 7s and 10s.
Yeah, that. Okay, anyways. Great True Chamber was dead. It can't be X-Ray. We are not going to do Light from Tunnel. Instead, we are going to bar skip. This is a trick. This definitely is a bit of a gatekeep, no pun intended, for
Boo.
beginners. Never mind, because Bello just got it like what, fourth try?
Yeah, I I
Well
feel like
done.
this trick is an advanced bomb jump, but I feel like it can get consistent. I see a lot of folks complain about it, but I find that with a little bit of practice, you can get it down pretty quick.
I agree, yeah. Although I feel like that practice needs to be more. You get a lot more consistent at this as you understand more about how
Bomb
just
jumps
bomb
work.
jumping and double bomb jumps in general work.
Hmm.
It's not really a specific one that you need to practice because it's not the same kind of bomb jump where you unmorph, which is most of the DBJs. This is just one in particular where you don't unmorph, and it's just optimizing the height that you get from that instead.
Rip this thermal conduit not reflecting a charge shot anymore.
Yeah, thank Justin DM.
I will not be thinking.
So, Farfen Labs and Fartalon have not shown any goods. You know, I can't wait till Boost Ball is going to be in Central Dynamo and X-Ray is going to be in Life Pro.
Vanilla X-ray.
Yeah, I do
So,
remember an async race where I had that and I was baffled.
so with Bello taking this route, we're kind of going to get stopped at Elite Research unless he wants to spend some time doing the boostless manip. Do you think it's going to be worth it, or do you think going through waste disposal after and just skipping out that trick is better?
It is dependent on whether or not you know the faster strat for it, because there is a way you can enter the spinner to make it spin much more efficiently. Alternatively, if you want to do it the easy way, you can just keep re-entering the spinner indifferently and it'll move just a very small amount, but that takes minutes to execute. So if you know the fast strat, go for it. If you don't, uh, you know, don't. However, the Elite Research item itself is still on the table, and getting that with the fast strat still takes some time.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it is not logical. So, arguably, even if you don't know the fast strat and you don't want to check the item just because it's not logical, then you can still do like the slow strategy and uh, go back or forward. Excuse me. Speaking of which, Elite Research, we get to say hi to Philip. It's a free check with our 100 missiles. He is going to go down very easy. I believe this takes exactly 26 missiles to take him down. That is what we're looking for. Nope, just another power level expansion. It's a convenience, but not one we're looking for right now.
He is heading up. Interesting.
Yeah. I do feel like Bello, based on his execution lately, he's likely knows how to do this.
Yes. Likely
Which, once
knows how
again, I
to
gotta
do this,
say,
but
really good improvement. Alright, here we go. So, if we enter the spinner sort of at a bit of a weird angle, what we want to do basically is abuse the speed you get from the spinner sucking you in when you get close enough. So you retain some of that speed, sort of like that you just did there, to spin in it. It depends on just how well you roll in. Like he's doing right now, this is pretty good. Uh, there are ways you can get it to be faster. We are going to be able to open the front there, but it looks like we're going all the way to check the item. Or not. Once again, out of logic, so may not inherently be worth.
yeah, I can imagine maybe doing at least the path opening the path is a good choice, just so that if they get boost ball in the next couple rooms, they can more easily come back to Elite Research and check the item.
Yeah. At the same time, it's also just faster than going back, especially if you know the speed strat. It's another Metroid. We're running out of checks. We've cleared a lot and still on the table. I don't know. This is tricky. We may have a seed where Boost Ball ends up in a location that we isolated and we're just not going to be able to get because it's too slow. Although I don't know where that location would be. No
Upper
control access
Dynamo,
either.
I think, is
Oh
one of the
yeah,
items we left.
That could very well be it. That could be X-ray too.
Flagra plant, or
Oh yeah.
there's a couple spots.
Yeah, that could be bad. We'll see. So we got PPC, vent shaft, and central dynamo. So when we go down here, we are not going to be able to get out unless we have some pretty good trick execution. So Bella's going to be checking PPC first because we can't get back out.
Yeah, definitely the smart call.
Yeah. And even if you can do the trick, this is also just faster.
The classic instant unmorph into morph.
Yep. We all do that. Well,
Where are you going?
maybe not going to go deeper into mines? Wave Buster. We have all super combos. Okay, so we are going back. So Vent Shaft and Central Dynamo are two last hopes to not have to backtrack. But if this is Boost Ball, then we still have to backtrack.
Yeah, I got to imagine if the nice thing about if it's not X-ray here is we've got the save to warp back to start, and we can do things like Life Grove and a few other options.
Yes. I think that was just a missile and Vent Shaft. So, not great on that front. Central Dynamo is our last hope. Regardless of what this is, though, we will have to do the maze.
Yep, no getting around that.
We have this guy. This is actually one of the very, very few things in this game that checks for your inventory. If you have Plasma Beam here, he will come out, but if you don't, he will not. It's not triggered by any item pickups. Okay, Central Dynamo is just a missile. So, Bella will check what MQA is here real quick, I suppose. One of these could be boost. If these are boost, if this is boost, that at the very least gives us the intel that it cannot be Life Grove Tunnel or Life Grove.
This is true.
If we push further into mines here, then that's going to be much more questionable because we cannot find X-ray here just because of logic. So only thing that could help us here is if MQA is boost. You can actually see what the item is here from where Bella was standing. You can actually do a space jump and see about the top half of it. You can also see it during the cutscene if you can squint just right, but it is much easier to see it from here. And it is just a missile. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
he wasn't. I thought he was. I was like,
getting a little risky there, thinking that he was gonna keep going farther.
So, what's next? Right? So we have the Chozo checks. I'm also surprised he's rolling through here. You can actually just scan that terminal and walk through. It'll disable the firing squad here. So, since Bello did not do the maze before he went through there, we're going to have to go up to the door to Dynamo Access, because that is what actually triggers the drone. Bello, I do not think that can be destroyed with power bombs. At least until the game says, oh, you can destroy it with power bombs, and...
I admire your creativity, though.
Yeah. I respect the attempt. Alright, time for the maze. What do we got today? Alright, going up here.
Yeah,
Toggle
a
and failure
frigate,
boost and oof, that would
frigate
be...
play would be kind of mean here.
Oh, the maze has a lot of paths. It's a little confusing there. Ooh, this is a bad maze.
This is what we like to call a bad maze.
Yeah, this is not a good maze. Wrong way, Bello. There you go. Here's a fun fact here. If you want to be really extra, you can scan dash of a monitor to enter this room a little quicker. Saves like, I don't know, 0.4 seconds. So yeah, we still have Frigate. No gravity suit. We could have gravity suits somewhere in Shozo with progression and Frigate. Not sure. Honestly, I think what's most likely is that Dynamo is going to have something. That's my
That's
idea.
your
I
bet.
think Dynamo is going to be Boost Ball, and Life Rove or Life Rove Tunnel is going to be X-Ray. That's my prediction.
Well, maybe we have an all bosses seed, you know?
So, I mean, Thardus wasn't exactly required,
This is true.
but hey, we'll still be fighting all bosses. All right, so what is Bella going to do first? We can do Reverse Flagra, but it's arguably not that much faster, if at all. We are going to do it anyways, though. Originally, before cutscene skips were implemented, this method was much faster if you were, especially if you were able to power bomb multiple slots, allow you to avoid more cutscenes. But now with cutscene skip implemented, it's a little bit more tricky. So people are going all over the place with Frigate now,
Yeah.
which I can respect. So here's another bit of a fun fact. You can actually avoid these wasps from spawning if you do not go too far in the doorway. There's actually a trigger in front of it that will activate them, and you can actually scan 3 of the points without triggering them. So if you want to do that, just fire supers and scan them from there, and then move when you're ready to scan the 4th slot. Another fun fact here is that you don't actually have to wait for that eyeball. If you bomb jump near the edge of that spider track, you can actually hold forward and reach spider track on the wall. It's a tiny bit tricky, but it will save you a little bit of patience. Yeah, so let's see if Bello decides to do Power Bomb strat. Nope, just plain and simple. Bomb
Yeah, I
jump
don't
in them. Or,
don't think it's
excuse me,
as
bomb.
worth it now that it takes it can take a little while for the setup, and now with cutscene skips, yeah, there's not really a
Yeah.
need to
But
do
the
a
style
lineup.
points.
The style points. I still can't believe you can't hit all 4 with a single power bomb. That's annoying.
Yeah.
'Cause believe me, I tried. I did the math.
Yeah. Okay, not Flogger. Thermal and hat with phase on Thardus. Holy crap. That is some logic. Alright, will ghosts be the answer? I'm still holding on to my upper dynamo boost, life growth side, X-ray. So here's a logic fun fact about this ghost fight here. This is actually in logic with just power beam and nothing else. It may seem like you may need X-ray or even charge beam, but nope, just power beam, and you can logically do this fight on any setting.
Interesting.
If you don't agree with that, DM me a rant, and maybe I'll consider changing it.
Yeah, write a letter to your closest
Your
DB
local data,
maintainer.
yeah, your database, your state database representative. With supers here, it makes this fight very trivial. If you're fast enough, you can actually hit these guys with a super and then juggle them with another charge shot to prevent them from ever disappearing after you've hit them. Well, just an E-Tank.
unfortunately, with no boost, we don't get to see the sweet gate clip here.
Indeed. Yes, we are going to have to do a bit of a tricky bomb jump here. This is a bomb jump on a slope. So... Oh yeah, Burrell brings up a good point. Upper Fiery Shores, we haven't checked, I don't think.
Yep. Yeah, we did not have power bombs at the time.
You know, I thought we did. Didn't we? Because power bombs were in
Power bombs were in Ruined
the Ruined
Shrine.
Shrine, and we went to Magmore to reach Fenter there. So maybe Bello checked and we didn't notice, or maybe he just forebore?
Or maybe we forgore.
Maybe we foregore, yeah.
There's no way to tell. Don't check the tapes.
Yeah, we do a little bit of foregoring around here. Alright. Moment of truth. Is Upper Dynamo the answer? If it is not this, then cargo freight lift has to be something. We are almost, if not last locationing, our either X-ray, gravity suit, or boost ball here. What you got? If it's gravity suit, that would be the most funny. Oh, well,
Yikes.
chat was right about frigate. Or Fiery Shores. I don't know if Bella checked that, but I'm going to assume that Bello probably either forgot about it or is just like, it's out of his mind right now. So I'm imagining the next thing we're going to see here is cargo freight lift.
Yeah, especially with the save so close by, it's an easy warp to start.
Yep. Just want to give a heads up, Khaemere has still not finished yet, so there is still a race, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a race. Khaemere's doing really well, only at 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, they will have a little recording down so that TOs can verify the runs after, so.
Yep. So, cargo freight lift, which of these three items do you think it's going to be? I actually don't think it can be X-ray. Right? Yeah, I don't think it actually can be X-ray.
No, why would you say that?
So we don't have... Well, excluding Fiery Shores, we don't have... X-ray wouldn't logically unlock anything.
I would unlock
Oh, actually, it would unlock
MQB
Lower
and
Mines.
PCA, right? We've seen boost in PCA before.
That's true. I kind of forgot.
I remember seeing the Go Mode boost ball PCA weekly. It was good
Yeah,
times.
but it looks like Bello is going here. So probably is going to get Fiery Shores. If this was something, not only is it bad because we're getting it so late, but it's also bad because we had power bombs going through here at some point. Going left side. Oh, was he think? Oh, Magmore Workstation. I don't think we checked that, did we? Because we just went into labs. Alright. Some good dashing on here. Yeah, I just kind of forgot about Magmore Workstation. Nobody cares about that check. Except for when it's important. So yeah, personally, I'm of the team to get Magmore Workstation. Okay, it's nothing. As soon as you can, really? Well, more so, get on the way. Because we went through Quarantine Water and just passed it up. Personally, I would have gone the way to check it, even though it is a little bit slow. I just don't like isolating that.
Yeah, because now we're gonna have to. Well, I guess no. If we're going through Frigate now, we'll end up by mines.
Yeah,
Either way, this routing just
that
we'll be at the
that is
top
if
of
we
mines. It's
commit
just kind
through
of
Frigate.
yeah,
And if it's not Gravity's suit, then and we want to reach Frigate or go through the front, it's going to be quite slow.
yeah,
If it is X-ray, we could probably just warp to start and enter. I'd say probably enter mines to the back. Also, I love that pink phase on suit. Very
Ooh,
shiny.
yeah. Purple HUD, pink suit.
Wait, didn't Bello have fusion suit on? Oh, you know what it probably was? He doesn't have force fusion suit on, so when he reset,
Ah,
he would have had to turn it back on.
right.
So we get to see two different suit designs. That is the funny thing, is because a lot of speedrunners enjoy using the fusion suit, but the thing is in vanilla, you always have to turn it back on after resetting or finishing a run. Thankfully, Rando has the quality of life option to where you can just force fusion suit every time, so it'll turn on for you. So what do you think is going to be in Cargo Freight Lift, Jeff? 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 Jeff Gaines in
uh,
Game.
honestly, the probably the best thing it could be right now is gravity. I feel like because if it's boost and then boost leads us to gravity, that would be bad. The
Yeah.
best case would probably be an X-ray
Mhm.
because then we can just go beat the game.
Yeah. Also nice with the pseudo-gravity. By entering and exiting the two water boxes between the rooms, we can basically get the effects of gravity suit here in the lower half of the room. It's not work all the way through here because each of these rooms that we're going through has their own water box. Alright, what is it? That is an E-tank.
E-tank. Hmm.
Hmm. Uh. Okay. Well, Fiery Shores, anybody?
Yeah, Upper Fiery Shore is looking like it may have been forgotten.
Yeah, we hot dogged. Bello is interested in getting through the rest of Frigate here. Is not doing the bomb jump strat. Oh, as soon as I say something.
Yeah.
So, okay. I don't think anything else besides Fiery Shores can be something.
Yeah. I mean, at this point through Frigate, I imagine if you can do the rest of it gravity, this like, I mean, you're getting information. If X-ray was in Biohazard, that's great. Then you could just dip um, into Hat, and even if you get soft locked,
Whoa.
then you have that information.
Yeah, it's true. Imagine if Fiery Shores is, or excuse me, Hat is boost and we just wall
It,
boost out.
yep. Yeah, that would be in an ideal scenario.
I think you were correct, bruh, about Fiery Shores.
So you can
So
peek this item.
he did not activate the
Oh,
conduits, just a missile. Okay, we're just gonna reset out here.
interesting. Yeah, I
Wow,
feel
the
like
majors
at
here are
that.
so elusive.
Yeah,
All right, I guess it's Fiery Shores,
I can't think of anything else that we missed.
or could even do. So yeah, I think that may have been a hot dog. Imagine if it is Gravity Suit and we just have to go all the way back to Hat for X-Ray.
Or
That would
back
be
to
mean.
hat for boost ball, and we could have just escaped
Yeah,
after that. Like boost ball and hat right now would be like the worst possible thing.
yeah, especially if X-ray is like Life Grove.
Yeah,
You know, if that is the case, that means that the thing unlocking X-ray would be basically right next to it.
yeah.
Whoops. Justin, we do not need this right now. So yeah, tricky. I'm not sure. Maybe Bello forgot about fire. Maybe he really didn't have power bombs in the way. I'm just surprised that he didn't check it. You know, that may be a good opportunity for Khaemere to catch up if she did check it on the way. You know, Bello did take the lead with some movement, but we haven't been able to tell if Khaemere's routing managed to benefit her better.
Yeah, because there's a lot of ground to be gained just from routing in this. The longer these seeds take, the more routing can come into a play.
Indeed. Got a little stuck there, doing a bit of a speed strat. This is one of the rare layers in Mars Station with flying pirates. This only occurs if you have fought the flying pirates in Control Tower and Labs. So our jump. We do not have a puffer to stash off of this time. We can do an R jump instead. There we go.
I was gonna say you can practically just jump that.
Yeah, indeed. And survey says
Oh no!
gravity suit.
Oh no!
Oh
Oh
man.
Bello, that stinks.
Oh man. So hat
Hat
has
was
to
the
be it.
answer. It's. But the question is it gonna be X-ray or is it gonna be
Is it
boost?
X-ray or is it boost? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
Oh, you hate to see that.
you really do. At least, at least Bello can go in through hat from the other side of frigate.
Yeah.
We'll have to do bar skip again. We'll have to take a bunch of elevators, but it is
I
what
mean,
it
Bella
is.
seemed pretty confident in bar skip, but
Yeah.
oh man, that's you just hate to see that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give us vanilla X-ray. I do think backwards frigate is faster, even if you have gravity, because those conduits take quite a while, but it's
Yeah.
still pretty arguable.
Time it out. You're the timing guy.
Yeah, when I get a new controller. Bello, where are you
You
going?
throw yours against the wall or something?
Uh, no.
No, they
Nah,
reset. The conduits aren't active anymore.
yeah, so we'd have to do the puzzles all over again.
Yes, really.
Not true, H. I'm curious what Bella will choose, though, because maybe if it feels like bar skip will bleed some time, we might just do front frigate anyways. No, looks like we're going through here.
This is such a unique way of climbing this.
I know.
It doesn't look that bad though.
Nope.
I just can't stand the go over the door method.
Yeah, I am going to actually and say that it is slower than a couple other strats, but you know. Who cares?
Real players boost up for
A wall
university.
boost, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're good enough, I think that would technically be faster. Although, if you really want to go fast, you would just dash off the branch without even having to do that climb.
Bello
You know, I
taking a
wonder if Bello's just
save.
going to
Life Grove.
just go into Life Grove. I mean, I wouldn't get why you do that, but let me remind myself, is boost logically required for anything right now?
No.
So it might honestly just be locked by itself. And if it is locked by itself and Bello actually gets it, that would be really nice for Ridley.
Hmm.
Although getting it in Life Grove or Life Tunnel, and Life Grove Tunnel especially, is just, you know,
It would
I
be
would
pretty
probably
funny
just be doing
though.
hat first. It would be funny, you know, but no, we are going to do hat first. So last time Bello got this fourth try, so he'd be able to keep up this momentum.
I wonder if the safety save is in case it's. Oh,
Nice,
it's
second try.
yeah. Where are you going?
Oh,
Oh, come on, into the water.
yeah. After you get bar skip, if you want to go to hat, just roll off. Just keep holding forward and roll off the edge. That'll put you straight in front of the door.
All right, let's see what
All right.
we missed here.
X-ray or boost.
Oh, boost would be such a slap in the face.
That would be great.
Hey, it's Miss
Oh,
Ball.
there it is.
Oh, if he would have just continued through, it would have been
Oh
right there.
man.
That it would have been
Oh
such a good play.
man. Wow. That's crazy. So we're gonna have a full tracker. That's crazy.
Oof.
Well, at least we get rewarded by being able to open up the gate. So is X-ray gonna be 100% vanilla? That's what I'm asking right now.
Because
Oh,
we're
or if X-rays and plasma processing.
that'd be bad.
That would be horrible. I mean, there's still potential. Or it's elite research. Boost ball, why'd you have to be there?
It does seem like from what I've seen in tournament discussions, is a lot of mentees have been getting some pretty crappy seeds recently.
Yeah, I guess that's the curse. If it's competitive in any way, I suppose, you're bound to find worse seeds, I should say.
Yeah, Randy
Us
doesn't give
tournament
no breaks.
organizers don't have, yeah, the tournament organizers don't exactly have a great reputation. Well, it is not vanilla. But maybe it's French vanilla. If it is not here, then that's bad news. Because we have two very different locations for checks. Oh boy. The scene is not done yet. You feel like it's over, and then it pulls you back into realization. Are we feeling elite research, or are we feeling plasma processing? I'm going to... I'm gonna say elite research, I think. But obviously, since I'm saying elite research, I'm gonna jinx it being in plasma processing. And by the way, I gen this, so you can... Any complaints can be directed towards me. I get, if we did end up doing that boostless spinner for Elite Research and it ends up being X-Ray, that would be pretty unfortunate because it would have saved us a lot of time. Going to Elite Research this way is pretty interesting. Thing is that waste disposal, aka garbage processing right here, is really slow. And we have already done the, what is it called? My mine security station wave pirate fight, so we wouldn't have to worry about them. So it's kind of hard to say which one is faster here to get to Elite Research. Might be worth timing sometime.
Sounds like you've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, when I get a new controller. Bello, this is not the right way.
Classic. I
Yeah, those are
see.
easily confused.
The most common one I find is when people jump all the way down ore processing, trying to go deeper into mines.
Yeah, it's the opposite. It does not make much geological sense or geographical. Topogra I don't know. Someone can find the right adjective. All right, moment of truth. Either way, if it's here or plasma processing, they're both bad just for different reasons. Oh, it's right here.
Wow. So yeah, you know, would have taken an extra couple minutes to do the spinner, but could have saved almost 20 to 30 minutes off of the scene.
Yeah,
Oh, that's rough. And of course, it's the item needed to peak that item, you know?
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Actually made that slope jump with the Metro on his head. These guys can be really annoying. Personally, I recommend having charged plasma out when you enter this room to kill that one guy. Just because it's really annoying. Doing this room without killing any Metroids is just also really hard. You know what I mean? You can imagine. You've run at 8% before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or processing is definitely a nightmare to traverse through there. So, yeah, this is Go mode. Just TMT, OP, and we're ready to fight Ridley.
Yeah, I mean, we're fully kitted out. There's no reason to hit up any of the other checks on the way.
Yep.
Not that there are too many other checks on the way, but, Fungal Hall access and, uh, was it Fungal Hall B?
Yeah. Khaemere is still not finishing the race time. We could see come down on the wire. You're gonna have to fight this guy. He gets triggered after we do the maze. There's a bit of a movement strat. You can dash off the monitor on your right when you come out of Dynamo Access to go straight to the door. It is very nice. Nice dash across the MQA gap there. Gonna do another one right there. Unfortunately, did not make it across. Take two. There we go. Oh, nearly had the wall boost there. It's a pretty simple wall boost, but it'll save you a little bit of time.
Yep. We can almost get it by accident.
Oh dear. Did not switch to Ice Beam before reaching that door. If you do that, that's enough time for those Metroids to just get all over you. Right, now we enter one of mine's. That's one more tip for Bello. Just remember to swap beams before actually reaching the door. It adds up to about a minute, depending on how often it happens, but it's good to know. So PMT turns out really wasn't as impactful as you'd expect.
Yeah, I mean with Phazon just sitting there in Tower of Light, and with Wave Beam being, right in front in main plaza, it's
Yeah.
not really much of a puzzle.
Oh, some fungal holiday troubles there. Just gonna have to look for this glider and try and grab the grapple point from down here. There we go. Can also grab... Oh, never mind. Now, Hunter Metroid dropped a power bomb, which is actually quite rare of a drop chance. So nice door open trigger there. Quite mean. Now we can get our French vanilla artifact here.
Is it French vanilla, or could this be newborn?
Uh, so here's actually a fun fact is that
Oh, it can be
the
in. Yeah.
yeah, with how many artifacts you shuffle, um, certain artifacts are just delegated down the shuffle. So if you like shuffle like one, it'll always be I want to say like the artifact of truth. And if you shuffle
Yeah.
two, then it's like artifact of truth into another one. I
Yeah,
think
makes sense.
newborn is
Like 11 or something like that.
I think it's actually the last one.
11 or 12
I want to say. I think it might just be based off of what order you pick them up the
in
game or
game.
get access to. But I could be wrong. All I know is that we unfortunately cannot get a vanilla PMT. Oh, nice return on investment there with the Metroids bothering us. Alright, now we have to get through MQB. I'm curious to see how Bello tackles this room. This is a pretty difficult room to get through quickly. Going to be dashing across. Got it. Even though we bonked on the wall. Well done. You can boost to the ledge there. It's a little faster, but it might be a little trickier depending on how confident you are. So, very solid on QB. Oh, that power. Jeez, English.
Go
That
on.
plasma pirate. She just got roasted. Jeez, I could not. Those words. There was too many puh syllables there for me. Alright, gonna be using plasma for these armor plates. It is a bit faster to use missiles on these. It's 5 missiles per armor plate that will destroy them.
We do have missiles to spare.
Yeah, even if you want to use supers, we got plenty. Gonna be trying to do trooper skip here. I think that laid the power bomb
A
too
little early.
early.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
rocking out a little bit though.
yeah, we got that nice
Get the
headbanging.
get the devil horns in chat.
Yeah, Omega Pirate loves metal. Omega Pirate also went green there for a second, which is funny. So this strat requires 2 missiles and a super shot. It looks like Bella was starting out with a super shot, which isn't inherently bad, but we're gonna need at least 2 missiles at some point if we want to get the one cycle within 3 pools. So this
Might just
next
be going
super
for.
here is, yeah, could just be doing 4 pools, but this is slower and gonna be a little tighter.
Yeah, especially with how long those supers are taking to travel. I'm gonna use plasma for the last shot though, so that'll keep them to the
Might not
pools.
work.
Oh,
There we go. It's pretty tight, but we just made it. All
there
right.
we go. Time to save and warp back to ship. It's that easy.
Yep. Just shoot OP until he dies. So this ended up being quite the seed. You know,
Yes.
this might just barely not be a sub 2 hour seed. Final bosses are pretty fast though, so we'll see. Let me dash in the left here. So if you're confident enough with your scan dashing, you can actually just dash straight to the door. We call that ship dash. It is a little tough, but it is fast and it is very swag. If you're not confident at that, you can just try to do it anyways, and if you fall, you can do a slope jump to reach up, which is, I believe, is still faster than dashing to the left and climbing it somewhat normally. It's a little tricky though, but if you practice it, you'll be able to get it in no time. Alright, time for Ridley. And with Boost Ball, this is going to be a very easy fight. Just like to note once again that Khaemere is still racing. So, might come down the wire, we'll see.
Yep, it is not over until we see that dot done in chat. Race time run.
So Bello taking advantage of the interesting collision here on the rim of Artifact Temple. If you boost across it, you can gather a lot of speed.
Ridley?
And had a little bit of trouble boosting into them there. Oh, nice. They missed. Sometimes Ridley can be really confusing with where you can hit him. Especially when you're up close. It's going to grab that missile, but don't worry. Probably not going to need it. Exo should be pretty trivial with all the beam combos we have. I'm curious if Bella will stop by the missile station. That is quite possibly the most neglected missile station in the game.
Oh, definitely. The MQA one surely gets more love. Or, no, Fungal Holly, right?
Actually, it's the MQB one. Or no, it's Fungal B. Excuse me, I tried to actually, and I didn't even actually successfully. Anyways, we
There
will
it
see the
is.
missile station. You'd love to see it. And these also actually refill power bombs as
Yeah, I was
well,
gonna say
as
it's
a
an
result of a
ammo
rando
station
QL.
now.
Indeed.
Did the can't remember, was there an issue open to make it an A instead of an M?
Oh, I don't know. Accidentally fell there, and we got a lovely taste of Metroid Prime Limited Influence. And we get these Metroids, the Metroid entourage on our way here. Not being very friendly with Bello today.
I was probably thinking, it's like, haven't I been through enough?
Yeah. The drop a power bomb, though. We'll take that in case we may or may not need it for Essence, in case things go horribly wrong. And with
It would have
Essence,
to go
that can
pretty
happen.
horribly wrong with more than 7 pools needed.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they can be elusive and dodge the power bombs. You never know. Alright, now time for EXO. 140 missiles is quite possibly one of the best scenarios to be in. EXO, in particular, really hates super missiles. But each beam combo as well is quite useful. Maybe except Flamethrower. Bello not going to be using Wave Buster, which is, despite how many missiles it uses, with how many you have, it's a little questionable, but not out of the realm of possibility. Again, going to be seeing those sewer missiles. Now, if you stay close enough to Exo during the fight, you are able to manipulate Exo to consistently do melee swings at you, which you can dodge. Not going to be doing a run-by shot. Although, we can use Ice Spreader here when Exo turns around to just skip this phase. Ice Spreader will be enough to damage Exo enough to swap to the next phase. Okay, Power Beam start here. Normally this would be bad, but with supers this makes this one of the best choices. I can do a run-by shot here to damage Exo enough to skip the Power Beam phase, but it is a little tricky. Or, I guess to skip the next phase with Power Bomb. Or Power Beam, jeez. There's too many power things in Metroid Prime. Okay, Power Beam, Wave, Plasma, Ice. Oh, voice card. That is a interesting combination. So this has been a really fast Exo. Those beam combos coming. Serious clutch. Alright, let's see if Exo's gonna be friendly. Stay on Power Beam, please. Oh. Barely missed that super there. Good super cooldown cancel there. Gonna be hitting with a charge shot. So the stream comes back. The subchamber can lose you a lot of time. Especially if you don't have beam combos and you're not able to skip the next phases, it can be really annoying because I think there is a world where Exo will just constantly beam switch you and you won't be able to do any damage, as unlikely as that is. But it's within the realm of possibility.
Or you get the classic just double speed Exo for the entire phase.
Yeah, that's really dumb. It is considered an attack internally that can be done at the start of any of Exo's options. It's weird because it's only active during the subchamber. I actually want to say that it even got removed in later versions of Metroid Prime, but I could be mistaken about that.
Just like that, Exo is just about dead. Oh, flamethrower!
Yes. Oh,
do it.
Do it. Come on. Yes, sir.
A classic.
Finishing off with flamethrower. I don't know why that's a thing, but you can damage Exo during the power phase with flamethrower. Because Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. So once again, I'm looking at race time. Khaemere is still in progress.
And for all we know, could be on Essence.
Yeah. We could still have a sub 2 hour seed if we get a good Essence here. And with all visors, that is definitely within the realm of possibility. Doing some attack cancels. There we go. One pull down on the Metroids.
Essence gonna jump back here. Oh no. I was worried we were gonna get a little close to the Exo corpse.
Yeah. Now that the race is wrapping up, make sure to follow these runners. They've been very good. I know we haven't gotten to see much of Khaemere, but I have no doubt that they put on quite a show for us as well. Bello here, just really exciting and fun and interesting seed to watch, I'll say. Alright, now here in the last pool, we're gonna store a shot as we exit the pool to not drain any phase on. There we go. That is GG for Bello. Time of 15:28.49.
Yes,
And he is
GG's.
indeed the first one to finish in the race time. That was a seed, all right. We'll be sure to get Bello in here for an interview soon. Pretty sure I'll have a lot to say about it. We did get sub 2 hours. Not too shabby. Anything in particular you want to say to Bello once he gets in here? Probably
I
hat.
gotta ask about Hat.
It's got to be hat. That was the most unfortunate.
But it looks like Khaemere's gonna keep playing.
Yeah,
Never a
might as
bad
well.
thing to finish her off.
All right, and joining us in the booth, we got Bello and his mentor, Dacian. GG Bello, well played.
Hello, GG's.
Thank you. Wow. Gravity.
Yeah, wow. Wow is a good term to use there.
Sam, what did you cook?
I don't know. I think I burnt whatever I cooked.
Yeah, I feel the same. Well,
So, any comments in particular you got about this one?
well, a lot of uppercase A's, but beyond that, on a more serious note, though, I kind of, I don't know. I feel like my movement here was pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of improvement.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
but it was pretty unfortunate that we misread gravity for a nothing item in when peaking upper fiery shores.
Oh, is that
Oh,
what
that
it
was-
was?
Yeah, that was the big
I
thing
I
that
wasn't
ruined
sure
it.
you were able to check it. It
That's
is
right.
pretty hard to see.
That's why we
Yeah.
didn't see you go back. We were wondering if you just forgot but you did try to peek it. We didn't know if you could actually see the item or not. So yeah, that was totally flew by Sam and I.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw something, but we mistook it for a nothing item.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can only see just like a little bit of it.
Yeah, it's kind of far away too. But other than that, once we got back to that gravity, it all routed pretty nicely back into that boost ball in Hydroaxis tunnel, which is kind of evil because I could have done the Hydroaxis tunnel, gone that boost, and
Got
wall
out.
boosted out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
As painful as that would have been. And then X-ray on elite control was
Yeah,
Yeah.
to think if you would have just kept doing the spinner manip, you could have
Yeah.
shaved about 30 minutes off this seed.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
we considered that for a
Uh,
minute, but then we didn't do it sadly.
Mm.
That could have been a big mega play.
It's kind of a miracle how this is still sub 2 hour. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
this
you
is
full
very
cleared, eh?
tricky.
So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a hundo run in disguise.
Well, I mean, I kind of did the Hondo strats for EXO, so hey.
Yeah, it was a very nice EXO. You'd love
Yeah,
to see
thank
all those
you.
meme combos. I am disappointed that you didn't use Wave Buster, but you
Uh,
showed us the
I-
flamethrower at the end.
yeah, I had to save those for the flamethrower. Unfortunately, EXO was kind of trolling, like near death. That was a sight to behold.
Yeah,
But
as he
thankfully,
does.
Essence behaved. Thankfully, so
Yeah, it was also a solid Essence.
Mm.
You know, I just gotta say, Bella, you're like we've raced before, and
Yeah.
I've seen you play, and seeing you now, it's just gotta say, you learned a lot. You played really well. I really like the movement strats.
Thank
Getting
you.
really good. You know, this is where I transition to attempting to persuade you to run any percent.
Well, I did start doing that, but I kind of stopped after Farfen, that part of the route. Although I feel like now I do have some solid grounds with the movement and stuff that I could actually learn some newer strats, namely Wave Sun. Like I've
Yeah.
started learning the out of bounds strats for skipping Spider in Lighthouse. So and what's been posing me a bit of a problem when learning Wave Sun is the Chozo Ice Temple climb. So just gotta work on that, I suppose.
Indeed, yeah.
Mm.
So
But yeah,
that was
thank
a very
you.
good showing.
Yeah. I'm kind of
I think
curious.
this will be a fun one to watch back.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though Khaemere did unfortunately have an internet problem
Oh, did
about
she?
20 minutes in, yeah.
Oh,
Did
that's
continue playing with a
unfortunate.
local recording.
Mhm.
However, she did just DNF. Still,
Oh,
she
right.
just through it.
Yeah.
I will by
Hello.
proxy give interview. Hello.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah.
which, we got Lenofis
GGs.
in the commentary booth. This is Khaemere's
Hey, Leno.
mentor.
Kay won't be able to join us. Has a couple things has to get done. So so I can kind of go over what some of the things that happened off stream. Just so everyone is aware, there is a local recording. It will be uploaded if necessary. Not challenging. Well, we aren't going to challenge the results, but just in case there's any impropriety. But there will be a local recording available if need be.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Good.
stuff happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the routing on the seed was terrible. Like there was no good way to route the seed, no matter which way you went.
Yeah, it was very weird.
I mean, we kind of saw it right at the start with that plasma beam in alcove.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah, that
that's
definitely
never
hinted.
happened to me before.
Right.
Yeah, that basically
with-
guaranteed a Fen, something important in Fen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But weird morph ball position, weird missile launcher position. Have to backtrack for that. Weird boots
Yeah.
position. Free Phazon suit and Tower of Light. Thanks for that game. With the off super missiles in Gallery Tunnel. Thanks for that. Nobody ever checks that.
Yep. When you don't check it, it's progression.
Yep, exactly. Last location Qmon for Ice Beam. Thanks for that game.
Oh.
Yep. Another one.
And then so the tipping point, like I don't know if we could have come back to win, but Kay decided to, after finishing up back into Fen, do Upper Mines. And then after Upper Mines, because we didn't have Boost Ball at the time, okay, let's go to Frigate. Boost Ball and Hydro Access Tunnel. And at that point, I'm like, okay, it's decision time. You either can go through the rest of Frigate, you can check Life Grove, or you can go back to the mines and hope that Upper Elite Research is your one item. Spoiler alert, Upper Elite Research was your one item. We didn't find it.
Oh, yeah, that was X-ray. Fairly nasty, too. Like,
Yeah.
the one visor you need to check that without using the boost strat is behind there.
Yep.
It's kind of rude. Also, speaking of rudes, the artifacts.
Oh
yeah, those are great.
Yeah, PMT, OP, fantastic.
I've done 3 mentor seeds in a row. I did a practice seed with Kay yesterday, and then my mentor with Luigi yesterday, Kay today. OP required for all 3 of them. And biohazard required for 2 of them. Like, Baja, I'm going to see you after the stream.
Well, it's a good thing we have Sam right here.
Yeah.
Sam, I will see you after the stream.
Okay.
Yeah, we would have a word with you.
Just take it up with my representative.
Okay, I'm filing a complaint now. The complaint department will receive it shortly.
The RDV complaint department. The customer service.
Yeah, Bello, GG's. This was a hard, well fought win. Like, the seed was gross. Like,
it absolutely was. We pretty much full cleared, to be honest.
To think though that it could have still been worse, because plasma processing could have been X-ray,
Yes.
Yep.
and
Yes.
phazon could have been late.
Yep.
We
You know.
we were fearing this with Days here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Luckily it didn't happen.
Yeah, thankfully.
We committed to a Flogra skip pretty early. Thankfully, that kind of worked out. I don't know if Sun Chamber had anything.
No, it didn't. We were doing it on like cleaning up Chozo, and I think it had like just missiles, and that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think both were missiles.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah. Although Ghost was a shiny nothing.
Yep.
Although we're just a nothing.
Oh.
By the way, did you
Okay.
see that Root Cave nothing you had? It was
Yes,
very
I
blue.
saw
It was
that.
very cool.
Yeah, the Cobalt translator.
Yeah, the Cobalt nothing.
Yeah, it was a bright blue nothing. So it's the Gatorade nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, Gatorade's
Blue
pretty good, though.
Blue Gatorade, the best Gatorade.
Okay, I just saw the meme posted in the SG chat. This is good. We got to put this in the Prime Discord.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here.
oh, I want to see this.
Yep.
Yeah, just
absolutely.
before reaching hat.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Indeed. Yeah, but besides some of the, item locations and the hot dog with
Yeah.
fiery shores, I'd say
Yeah.
you played really darn well.
Yeah,
know?
I'm pretty satisfied
for
with my
sure.
performance too. So
Yeah, big
Yeah.
props to Below there.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see you and Khaemere play for the rest of the tournament. We've got plenty more matches to go.
Yeah. Well, that's only the beginning. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you updated. Hopefully I get to see top 8.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an achievable goal for me in this tournament. So
Then
hoping
this
to
has
see
got
some
T2 Exo skip.
there. we were talking about this right in Phase Encore until I got trolled by Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
That was
Indeed.
Yep.
Shoutouts to the missile station though.
Yeah. I
Nice missile
actually forgot to recharge my missiles and PBs before heading to Ridley. I kind of realized that after I went through the teleporter, so I was like, there's a missile recharge. We'll take it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But I really enjoyed commentating with Seed. It
Yeah.
was great.
I will give again apologies for the downstream, but chat, I hope you had fun watching this absolute dumpster fire of a seed. This was absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Unfortunate that we didn't see Khaemere suffer as I have, but
Yeah. Don't worry, you might be able to see it here in the future.
maybe, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, besides
Any
that,
more
I think
comments?
that's all I have to say about this seed. I think I have complained enough.
All right, yeah. As you can see in the links in chat, make sure to follow the runners, and also Lonofus and Dace, two very solid mentors.
Yep.
We didn't get to see Khaemere. I have no doubt that they have improved a lot from the gameplay that I've seen. They've gotten some decent movement. They've gotten there. Especially for
Yeah.
being someone who's pretty new to Prime.
She's
Or
been
Prime
training
Rando,
a lot in the Discord, so I want to give a shout out to that. It's pretty.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really respectable. That's some dedication we see right there. So shout outs to Khaemere for training so hard. Again, thank you, Dace, for mentoring me.
Yeah, no worries.
And
That'd
thank
be a
you,
lot of fun.
thank you for bearing through. No, Bello, don't go there. You just said you were going back there.
And a lot of bad puns.
I just saw the meme.
Yeah, we'll make sure to post that in race results after for
It's been
everyone to
posted
see.
already. Thank you, Cameron.
Let's not forget the crew here. Jeff, Sam, Cameron, shout outs to you guys too for
shout outs.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. All right. With
Yeah.
that though, I think it's time to wrap up. We'll see
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah,
next
for
mission.
sure.
See you all next mission.
See you
GG.
next mission,
Thank
folks.
you all.
GG.